What up, boys? It's Feeds. Just going over again. Apologize a little bit for missing the last couple of days. The storms in Texas knocked out the power lines right next to our house. Tree actually fell on it, so I wasn't able to record. So I'm gonna kind of double down the next couple of days right before our wedding and stuff, so I can get some stuff posted for you. But we're gonna go over Septimus today. And Septimus is probably one of my favorite heroes currently. And it's just because of his build and his build setting makes him a very prominent character in a lot of different areas. And you can effectively build him a lot of different ways. The way that I kind of best saw it was to do a crit base and ignore armor build. And effectively just go over the stats first, just to give you an idea. He's a little on HP, so he's not very effective for arena, and his speed's still kind of low if I were to take him into arena. Obviously, if I run with Gorgrab or a speed-based hero or Apothecary, something like that, it wouldn't be too much of an issue. But 139 speed, 94% crit rating, and 142% crit damage. Once everything's said and done, I'll be around 180, 190 crit damage. And I could probably let down on the crit rating a little bit since I run with Battle Khazar on most of my teams that I use Septimus on. So it puts me in a pretty good spot. But the reason why it's so important more than anything is to address kind of his skill set. So just to give you an idea, his A1 is Behead. Attacks one enemy, grants an extra turn, and resets the cooldown on the champion's Holy Sword skill if target is killed. Holy Sword attacks one enemy, will ignore shield and block damage buffs. Damage increases according to the enemy max HP. And then damage based on attack and enemy HP. And then of course his passive, Giant Killer. Each attack has a 30% chance of increasing the duration of all debuffs on the target by 1 turn. Damage inflicted by each attack increases 30% if the enemy's current HP is over 50%. And then his aura increases ally attack in all battles by 23%. So the aura isn't really too significant, not for a lot of the higher end teams that you're going to end up running anyways. But he does become a significant damage dealer for you in a lot of different areas. The first and foremost is on the clan boss. You'll see a lot of teams that, if they have him, will run him. And it's just because of the way that his skill set is designed. It allows for him to hit on his A1 anywhere from 80 to 100,000 damage. And then, of course, on his Holy Sword, he hits anywhere from 200 to 250k normally. That's without having Giant Slayer or having War Master on there. And with a very low mastery settings for him, he does that type of damage. So once I get this up a little bit more, my crit damage to the 180, 190 range, and of course I get War Master on there, effectively my damage will go from 3 to 4 million on him to somewhere in the ballpark of hopefully 7 to 8 million on Nightmare Clan Boss. Obviously that can vary a little bit, but ultimately that's the goal when it comes to it. I kind of lucked out getting a crit damage neck for Bannerlord, but effectively aside from that there aren't a lot of good stats on it. And of course, trying to min max is very difficult with this type because a lot of my stuff goes to my Cold Heart or some of my other crit heroes that I had already set up, and I didn't want to spend the silver to re-equip them. So it's just one of those things. It's a little RNG to kind of get him geared properly, but once you do get him, he's a powerhouse that comes to. The really significant thing as to why he's so good to you is that his crit damage and his speed go quite significantly once you get the 6th Ascension, which makes him pretty powerful in a lot of different aspects that come to it. So I'm just going to show you. I'm not going to do Clan Boss because you know for the most part that he's going to do a significant amount of damage. I'm just going to show you kind of his wave clear. He can clear a 12-3 Brutal in 16 seconds. Obviously, it's not your fastest clear character, but if it is a hero that you pull and you don't have anything else, he's still going to be relatively effective that comes to it. So I'm just going to have some food in there for him just so you can see it. 94% crit. It crits effectively almost all the time. Since I'm recording, it'll probably do the exact opposite. But you'll see quickly how efficiently he clears through it. So he's really good. He's similar to like Relic Keeper when it comes to clearing. If you have a Relic Keeper, he's just a little bit better because of his A2 ability and of course his passive. But as you can see, no problem hitting for 37, 34k without issue. And then of course ignoring the defense as well makes it super effective. So as you can see, not a whole lot of issue. Don't have a lot of problems with the critting. And of course, we're a little bit slower on this for whatever reason than normal, but 16 to 20 seconds is typically what to expect. And as you can see, no issue, 400k damage, no problem when it comes to it. So Septimus is really strong. He parties well with a lot of different players. And if you take him into, we'll just see if we can win an arena game with him real quick, just to give you an idea. We'll do against a heavy HP character. I don't normally use him for my arena team. But it's not that he's not good. I just don't have him geared properly for it when it comes to it. So, as you'll see, he does a significant amount of damage, but there's not always a guarantee that you're going to be able to get off, especially because I don't have the speed for it. So, shield, that's a little unfortunate. See if we can purge it. No, we did not purge it. That's totally unfortunate. So, we'll taunt. Probably not going to win this one, but we're going to try. So, we got the taunt off on the Rhine Beast. That's unfortunate. We'll try and get the stun off on something. Let's see if we can stun the Gorgon Rub. Nope. So that's unfortunate. So try and purge it again. No luck. At this point, this is probably a loss because Sir Nicholas is going to do quite a bit of damage here. Okay, so we'll get the turn rating up if we can. See if we can get a stun off. Got the stun off. And then we'll do the damage there. So we'll go for Sir Nicholas on this. With his A2, just to see if we can... Oh, no, it's locked for another thing. So we'll do one attack on him since he doesn't have the shield. So you can see I almost killed him right there. Obviously, he's got revived, so we're not too worried about that. Pretty chunky right there when it comes to it, but he's off, and he's got a shield up. So this would be a good example of kind of how you can chunk through it. So we're going to kill Sir Roth, and then we're going to see how much damage we do there. So not a whole lot, unfortunately, because it's going into blue affinity too, which makes it tough. So see if we can get a purge. Got a purge. That's a plus. We got the animate off on there. Now, if we kill him right there, that'll give us a chance to get a second attack in, which would be good. So, not a whole lot, but chunked his shield down. Get the turn meter back up, and then we'll kill. And then he'll get killed, of course. Purge. Stun. Nope. That's unfortunate. Purge. Nope. And he's got the revive. So hopefully we'll get the taunt. Of course. Because why not? Break the armor. Turn boost. Taunt. And then since it's gonna kill him already, see, chunked him for 36,000. Okay, so that was a little bit longer than we expected. Obviously, there wasn't a really high output team, or they didn't have it set up to be a high output team, so we didn't have to really worry too much there. Typically, on a high damaging team, we would have probably lost that, but a win's a win, so cool, not a problem. But it just gives you kind of idea. Even when he died, he still did a decent amount of chunk. 78,000 damage. It's pretty significant, especially considering I had to revive him when it comes to it, heal him with a little bit of that. So. He's great for eating through shields, great for eating a lot of different components of the game when it comes to it. And overall, just an effective hero when it comes to it. Honestly, he's probably an S hero for me personally, as far as ratings go. And it's just because of all the opportunity that you're allowed to have with him. You could build him completely different and still get a pretty effective result with him. Obviously, this way allows you to do the most amount of damage, or the highest amount of damage output. So once I get him geared just a little bit better and get him close to 200% crit damage, it'll make Nightmare Boss for me just a little bit easier than what it already is. So that's it, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. It was a little bit longer, kind of going over the arena stuff too with them. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. I'm also on Reddit. If you have any questions as Yebusar, you can let me know there. I'll be posting that video there. Or if you have any questions, just generally you want to tell me how much I suck or how well I did, just let me know by liking or disliking the video, and I appreciate all the feedback. So you guys have a great one, and hopefully we'll see you wheeling and dealing with some of the builds that we use. If you have a build that you specifically want to see on any future heroes, go ahead and let me know. I've got several accounts where I try different stuff, so I'll be doing more videos on those as well. So again, appreciate you guys stopping by, and you have a great one.
Run! It's gonna be a left click. It's gonna be a left click.